Hello, this is Indigo Owl coming to you with live guidance for the upcoming week, live from London, UK. It has been a little bit of a mixture today. It's been a bit rainy and a bit sunny, but overall not unpleasant day, and I hope you have had a good day. Apologies that I'm coming with the guidance only in the evening today. The guidance still is from today because I don't want to change the rhythm we've been in, that we start the guidance from the Thursday up until the following Wednesday. So we're going to start with today. And I've got a lovely hello here from Sharon from the Isle of Wight. Hello, lovely Sharon. I'm so glad you're joining us. I really hope you enjoy this week's guidance. So we've got 7 tarot cards, one for each weekday. We've also got a unicorn message. We've got a message of hope brought by the angel Daniel. And we also have 3 romance angel cards at the back. I will do those last. So you can pick a card at the end and get a special romance angel message as well for your love life. So let's start without further ado. So this is going to be for today, Thursday the 22nd. This is Friday 23rd, Saturday 24th, Sunday 25th, and then the second row will be Monday 26th, Tuesday 27th, and Wednesday 28th. So we're already coming near the end of October, and I'm a little bit excited. At the end of next week will be Halloween, but that will be in the next weekly guidance. So let's have a look at today's message. This is one of my favorite cards here in the it's from the Good Tarot. It's a very, very beautiful tarot deck. I've been reading tarot for quite a lot of years, and I have quite a few different tarot decks. But this one is is the newest. I think for tarot, it's my newest one. And it's so beautiful that every time I pick it up, I'm amazed at how beautiful these cards are. So the Hierophant is one of the major arcana. And it's very much a card that speaks of uniting the earthly life and the spiritual life. You can sometimes see the Hierophant with reaching up with one hand to heaven and pointing with one hand to the earth to kind of provide this bridge between heaven and earth. Sometimes holding the key of life in one hand. In this deck, it actually, to me, looks a little bit like the High Priestess as well. There's definitely that High Priestess kind of spiritual elements in this card. And it is a card that's sometimes called Unity because of that union of heaven and earth. It is a card that sometimes represents traditional values or traditional relationships. So quite a strong card for today. Let's have a look at tomorrow, Friday. Oh, and we have 20 call, or in a more traditional deck, it would be called Judgment. So this is quite a big jump from the number 5 to the number 20 here. Very interesting. So the call is a card of a big assessment of everything that has come so far. There are different assessment cards in tarot. In the minor arcana, the sevens are cards of assessment, and they are specific to their particular area of life, to the particular element that they come for, whereas this is from the major arcana. So we've got 2 major arcana cards here to start with. This is from the major arcana and is really about an assessment of your whole life so far in all areas of life. It is the last card before a successful completion of a whole cycle, which would be the 21, the world. So it's a very important pause when we have come near the end of a big learning to look back and assess everything that has happened so far and make sure we're not missing out any bits of the learning before we finish this lesson and move on to something new. So because of this succession that we've got here, I would like to say that this learning, at least partially, will be to do with how we can unite our earthly and spiritual parts in our life, how we can pay heed to both in our daily life, how we can stay connected with the earth and stay connected with spirit at the same time and make the two work together in unison. Let's have a look at Saturday. And didn't I just say the number 20? Obviously, it's before the number 21, and it's the last step before a successful completion. So it does look like, and we've got 3 major arcana in a row. So the major arcana cards tend to come for major events or major life changes, whereas the minor arcana tend to come for the smaller detail that goes with it, or maybe the smaller parts of the lesson. So it's something big is shifting, something big is happening, and the world is one of the best cards in tarot. It speaks of a successful completion of a whole cycle. It says we are ready to move on to the next cycle. It's a green light for new projects or new relationships. It certainly comes with the feeling of getting the world. It speaks of a successful manifestation of our dreams and desires in this life. How very, very exciting. And look at the top here, you can see there's a keyhole. And I said sometimes the Hierophant comes with a key, holding a key in their hand, because it represents the key to the making this union happen, making this union work, and to the wisdom. And there is the keyhole where the key fits. How amazing. So very, very exciting. Big things are happening. And we've got Sunday. And actually looking at those 3 cards in succession, they feel so powerful. I'm almost hoping Sunday will be something nice and calm. Let's see what we've got. Oh, we've got 5 of air. So now we have a minor arcana. And the minor arcana go with, there's 4 different elements. So this one is the element of air. In a more traditional deck, it would be the suit of the swords, and it goes with thinking and logic. It goes with the mind. Now, usually the 5 of air would speak of a somewhat mentally challenging time. I am going to look in the guidance book of the Good Tarot, because this is still a new deck for me, but also because Colette Baron Reid, who made this deck, writes so beautifully. It's very inspiring. And she writes about, and I picked up the wrong, how did I do that? I picked up the 5 of fire. How very interesting. Nothing happens by accident in tarot. However, I'm going to read the 5 of air. It's tension and conflict. I have to say I'm not surprised, because in a traditional deck, the 5 of swords represents defeat. In one of my other decks, it shows a man standing on a wooden raft in the water, holding up his sword, and you can also see at the bottom of the raft there is a man holding on for his dear life. And often when you first glance at that card, you look at the man standing on the raft and you think you're the one who managed to defeat the other man, but actually you're the man holding onto the raft and you've been knocked off by someone else. So it is a card that's a little bit challenging usually. However, we've also got 2 5s now, because we have the 5 from the Hierophant and now we have the 5 of air, and somehow they're embracing those 2 cards in the middle. So I feel like saying this big change, this is a good change, is actually going to need some mental adjustment, which may cause some tension in the moment. And it does say here, conflict is a good way to see my motives and intentions. I can use this experience to grow into a more authentic version of myself. It is not important to win. It is important to have integrity. other people have different ways of thinking and may not always be in agreement with me. I open to this opportunity to live and let live. So some big learning is reaching a conclusion over the next few days, and it will lead to us needing to adjust our thinking and be open to other people having different thinking, different opinions to us. Which again will feed back into this being in unity with heaven and earth simultaneously. So I'm very curious now to see what next week, or the first 3 days of next week, looks like. So we've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week here. So, oh, how lovely. And immediately the 5 of air is followed on by the 6 of fire. So how funny, when I tried to look up the 5 of air, I accidentally almost read out the 5 of fire, because that's just before the 6 of fire. Now, the 6s, or especially the 6 of fire, is very much a card of success. In a traditional deck, it would show Jason from Jason and the Argonauts holding up the golden fleece after he has completed the very perilous, exhausting journey to find this golden fleece with many dangers along the way. This is the moment where he's finally found it, and he's holding it up above his head and everyone is cheering for him. So this card is called success. So if there is a little bit of a challenging energy going on for the rest of this week, it's definitely worth it, because by Monday we will feel victorious. So it's well worth persisting with learning the last knockings. And this does look like this was a big lesson that we've needed to finish learning, but it will be it really feels like it will be the last time that the same lesson comes round again, and it will never have to come back, because this time we're going to properly learn it. This is the end of this lesson, and we will be well and truly ready for a new lesson. There's always more lessons in life, but otherwise it would be quite boring. But when we've done the same lesson for a very long time, that can get a bit exasperating. So it's good when a very old lesson finally comes to an end, because new lessons will often feel much more exciting and refreshing. So we'll get to sink our teeth into something new. Let's have a look at Tuesday. And now we have 4 of earth. So now the elements are definitely coming in. We've got air, fire and earth. It's getting quite balanced now. Earth. So fire goes, more traditionally the wands or even the rods would go with career as a whole and your spiritual journey through life. And also we've got 4 now. So we've got 4, 5, 5, 6. So earth goes with all earthly material, practical matters in life. More traditionally, it would be pentacles. And you can see these kind of what look little bit like gold coins. So the 4 of earth is a card of stability, potentially financial stability. It can be a card of stabilizing ourselves on the earthly plane. It can sometimes be a little bit of a reminder that we need to allow our finances to flow in order for more finances to flow in as well. But overall, it's a nice, stable card for Tuesday. And now we've got one more card left for Wednesday next week. And we have the Ace of Earth. How very beautiful. And it's an amazing stag in this deck. It's so special. So aces in tarot are completely new beginnings. They're new challenges that are presented to us from heaven, from spirit, because we are deemed ready. So we don't have to take these new beginnings, but usually they are things we really, really want. And should take because we are ready. So it's lovely that this completion is followed on by this beginning. And Ace of Earth, or Ace of Pentacles in particular, is a new beginning in the area of sometimes work, because it can represent new money coming in, but it could also be a gift of money, or an inheritance. It can sometimes represent a house move, because that's very that's where we live, so that's a very grounding part of our life. It occasionally, I've seen it represent somebody moving in with somebody else. It can definitely represent a new job. So it should, in any case, be something really exciting and really positive. And I can also say here we have number 20, and plus the 1 makes it 21. So there is still the echo here of this successful completion, which is leading to this new beginning. So very exciting week up ahead. I'm curious to see how things will pan out. And we're now going to look at the unicorn message over here. And I have drawn all these cards before I started recording, but I haven't looked at any of them. So when I turn these cards over, I'm also seeing it myself for the first time. So now we have the Magical Unicorn cards by Doreen Virtue. Let's have a look. What a beautiful card. It's called Love. And it says the answer that you're seeking is love. What an amazing message. So this message has come for the whole week, where we had the tarot cards for individual days. This card is for the whole week. So the whole week, if you're getting stuck with anything, especially to do with completing this lesson that's coming up for you, if you're confused or you don't know what's going on or which is the best course of action, the answer that you're seeking is love. Thank you so much to the unicorns for this amazing message. The next message we're going to look at, and I hope I can reach this without knocking anything over, is the Angel of Light message of hope, which I have put here with my hope stone, and this is brought by the angel Daniel over here. So let's have a look at the message from the Angels of Light. This one is by Diana Cooper. And we have Archangel Raphael. And immediately I'm thinking Archangel Raphael is the angel that helps twin flames and true love. So very interesting. We've got the love from the unicorns, and now we have Archangel Raphael, and it says, you are blessed to attract this angel card, for Archangel Raphael brings health, healing, and abundance. He will help you to develop your intuition and inner vision. Call on him if you need help in these areas now. He also protects travelers during journeys, so this is a fortuitous card if you are about to travel. This card reminds me a little bit of traveling. I would love to travel in a boat that's attached to an air balloon. That looks really exciting, as long as it's safe. But we've got Archangel Raphael to keep us safe, so let's go for it. If you are a healer or wish to be, Archangel Raphael will direct pure divine energy to you. He works on the green ray of healing and balance. So visualize yourself surrounded by a clear green light and invoke his guidance. The affirmation is, I am happy, healthy, and abundant. Well, you can't go wrong with that one. What a beautiful message from the Angels of Light, and specifically today, with hope from Archangel Raphael. So we are now coming to the last part of this reading. And here are the 3 romance angel cards. And you are welcome. This is card 1, card 2, card 3. You are welcome to pick 1 or more cards. And if you like, just as a surprise. Or you can have a question in mind and then pick your card and the romance angels will answer it for you. I hope you will get a message that makes sense to you. So we've got number 1 with the rose quartz, number 2 with the aquamarine, and number 3 with the marcasite, which is a type of pyrite. So I trust you have chosen your number or numbers, and I'm going to reveal card number 1. Your message is healing family issues. Now that's following on right after Archangel Raphael is bringing the clear green light of healing. So it says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Well, that's a very, very important message. If you have had some family issues, in particular with your parents growing up, that can keep you stuck definitely in a cycle of unhealthy relationship patterns that lead you to have less than fulfilling relationships with a partner. So if you pick this card, maybe because it's come with the special message this week also from Archangel Raphael, you could ask Archangel Raphael to come and help you heal family issues. Let's look at card number 2 with the aquamarine. And here's your message, true love. It says, this is the romance of a lifetime. Well, I don't think I need to say much more to add to this message. It's quite a straightforward message. If you chose this card, you're probably quite happy now. And good luck with this romance of a lifetime for sure. And the last option, or card number 3 with the marker side, is love yourself first. It says your self-respect makes you romantically more attractive. Well, again, quite a clear message. I find this card often comes when either you're struggling to to be attracted to a partner, if you're looking for somebody that feels right for you. Maybe you keep meeting people and it just doesn't feel quite right. Or sometimes if you're already in a relationship and somehow the relationship isn't quite working out the way you would like, you may need to come back to loving yourself first and then again focus on also loving your partner. And this may very much improve your relationship, and it certainly has come right by our unicorn card that says the answer you are seeking is love. So these were the 3 romance angel cards. I hope you have enjoyed this week's guidance. I hope at least some of the messages and channelings have resonated with you. If they have, please do like, share and comment. I would love to know if you have enjoyed the reading. I would love for you to say hello or even share how the reading relates to what's happening for you if you're comfortable to do so. As usual, I will also upload this video on my YouTube channel called Indigo Owl. And I hope you have an amazing week ahead. And I will say namaste and goodbye.